with an offer. And Ramesh Mendes bouncing, they make it. But it is just what they want. And that's a boundary.
Yeah, plenty of boundaries they require to get a decent total on the board. Gave everything. Tried to throw kitchen sink on that full toss, only managing an edge.
The field for one Tushara, there's 3 fielders patrolling the boundary in the offside and only 2 in the leg side. It's going to be fairly outside the off-stump Yorkers because the shorter boundary towards the leg side, especially at mid-wicket and mid-on. So intelligent captaincy, intelligent bowling requested as well. Sumit Lakshan again, good fielding, but this time not be able to prevent the second run. And with this action, Roshan, with Nuzwan Tushar coming slingy action, won't be easy to get those outside the off-stumper Yorker going. This was Dasun Chanaka's wicket.
Yeah, that was very well judged catch. Always a relief to trump Shanaka back to the White House. Oh, the dugout. Very well held. Artificial lights have taken effect.
Goes again. Down the ground, only a single. They wanted a second. They ran at 2 previously, but this time happy with 1.
One Tushar trying to get those off some Yorkers. In case if it doesn't get the right length, there's high chance of going over mid-on, long on or mid-wicket.
Well, we're talking about some sponsors, and this is a big name. Sri Lanka's #1, exported to over 65 countries and sought after, and particularly the Manchi Kome. It is something that almost everybody enjoy. Lower delivery, lot of pace taken off the ball. Precious dot delivery, precious dot delivery. In fact, they get a leg by this time. For a moment, they were looking for boundaries and 2s. They're just managing to get that by.
Showing a lot of urgency out there in the middle, these two. Ramesh Mendes and Karuna Ratne. That field placing is a giveaway. That's why we see both the batsmen moving outside the off stump to be able to hit the ball on the onside and find the gap. Interesting battle going on out there in the middle.
The battle continues. Oh, the extra cover. What a shot that is. Chamika Karunaratne winding up and finding that extra cover gap and over it. This is a big over.
20 runs partnership from just 7 deliveries. That's good. What a shot that was. Not the length the captain asked. A slingy fast bowler to maintain. That was short. Allowed the batsman to free his arms. And a big 6. Best over of the innings so far. 14 to be precise.
It's a good stroke, mainly because it's nicely set up for a big shot over long on. And the ball wasn't there, it was shorter, mid-off up, going over mid-off. That was the best thing about it, as you see mid-off being dropped back to long off and the sweeper cover comes in.
Goes again, goes again. Has it gone far? It hasn't. Suminda Lakshan just managing to catch it inside the line. This is clever bowling again, another cutter or a delivery that pace has been taken off, but Chamika Karunaratne had no option. He had to go after it. Just not having enough legs to go over the line. Suminda Lakshan, the catcher again.
Yeah, good to see Karunaratne trying his hardest. Was looking for another 6, wasn't to be. But good contribution from Karunaratne. 13 he got just from 5 deliveries. Takes the score to 144 for the loss of 7 wickets.
Dhananjay Lakshan starts off with a full toss, doesn't really get hold of it. But more importantly, he got the man who's been there for a while, Ramesh Mendis, on strike.
Yeah, Chami Karunaratne, I thought he was done by the slow delivery. Went through it, but would have loved to gone through much more. You see the crowd elated. That's what I'd like to see. And Suminder Lakshan keeping it very calm, steady and solid to get rid of Chami Karunaratne, who looked very dangerous. Ramesh Mendis still got 5 deliveries to maximize, but he's hitting towards a longer boundary though.
5 balls to go. Mendis on strike. Drags it from outside the off stump. They've gone for 1. They're coming back for 2. This could be tight. No, the throw wasn't quick enough. Maybe on the bounce would have been quicker, would have got to the keeper better. But he's just checking. The umpires are not taking any chances. He just wants to make sure that everything is all right.
On angle, please. Bat is grounded inside. I'm satisfied. Try to make the decision. It's not out on giant screen.
Not out. Yeah, good effort. Good running from Ramesh Mendis. But the fielder faltered under pressure. After rain, the outfield, it's still wet. A throw on the bounce would have done the job. Give batsman enough chance to regain his territory. Good running.
3 of the first 2. Well bowled, very well bowled. This is a very good over. At the death, a lot of pace taken off the ball. And Ramesh Mendis couldn't help himself, only a single.
At that time, perfect yorker by Lakshan. This is showing the entire repertoire. Leg cutter into the pitch, off cutter into the pitch, and then a perfect yorker. Mind you, just 21-year-old. The maturity level shown. It's brilliant. And Ramesh Mendis in the previous ball, the commitment he showed, diving to save his wicket. This is what you like to see in this modern era.
Karunaratne. Short delivery, swung away on the leg side. Again, only a single. This is not enough for the Giants. They needed a few big ones. They needed some boundaries. But having said that, their last 5 overs have been comparatively better. 49 runs. Normally they've been going in the 30s, mid to the high 30s, but 2 balls to go. They've got 49 runs and 2 wickets. What can Ramesh Mendis do off the last 2 balls?
Now, the reason why last few overs have been good for the Bula Giants, because they have run well, created a bit of pressure on the bowler, which made them falter. Hence few boundaries. That's a good hit into the gap.
Keeping his shape at that time. Mid-off was up. It was midland leg, and the pace was not that high, so Ramesh Mendis had time to adjust himself and go mid-off. Not only trying to go mid-wicket. This impressive batting by Ramesh Mendis and Kusal Mendis at mid-off. Previous delivery was at long off. For this, it came up, and Ramesh Mendis found that gap perfectly.
Perfect, because he opened that bat. He certainly maneuvered it. Short one, 6. What a finish. 4 and 6. Ramesh Mendis has done it again. In a previous game, he got a 6 off the last ball. He is repeated the feat. He's got 15 in the over, and it has given the Giants some respectability. 159 for 7. The last 5 overs have resulted 55 runs.
Couldn't have asked for a better finish. 10 runs of the last 2 deliveries. Once again, contributing with a bat when it was needed the most. Ramesh Mendis He's growing in stature as a cricketer. He's an improved bowler at the same time. He's showing that he's no mug with a bat. That's how the Gabola Giants fare in this innings. After a good start, faltered, a couple of good partnerships enabled them to get to 159.
Gladiators bowling first, started well by Nuwan Tushar, and Lairu Maruzanga went for 19 runs in his first over itself. Samit Patel impressive again. Dhananjay Lakshan expensive in the final over. Mohammad Hafiz, as always, very reliable. Noor Ahmad was very, very consistent as always. Suminder Lakshan just a solitary over.
Right, that's what they need. The Galle Gladiators, they need exactly 8 runs and over, and that will happen in a very short while. Over, and that will happen in a very short while.
Welcome back, Gabola Giants. They got to 159 eventually. They had a good start at the top. 30 from Dikwela, 20 from Phil Salt in quick time. But then the captain, Dasun Shanaka, with his 37. And Ramesh Mendes, well, he's growing in stature, batting in the low order. 33 from 23. What a fine innings to finish things off for the Giants.
Yeah, initially, the bowler were under the pump when Phil Salt was batting. Once he was removed, some sensibility prevailed. Bowlers were in control, picked up wickets, timely wickets, but were not very good in the last leg, conceded too many runs.
Right, it's a good start, but Phil Salt was pretty lucky. Been missed by Samit Patel at mid-wicket, specifically placed for that. And then he went after the bowling. Lairu Madhushankar was taken apart with 4 boundaries. And he was just stamping his authority on the bowling. Anything short, anything full. And then it was a good sharp catch at gully or point. That was the first one down. Roshan Dikwella also tried hard, with some good pull shots. Dilshan Munawira was joining in the fun. Dikwella continued the good work, but this was Munawira looking to go over the top and was caught in the deep.
Yeah, wickets fell a bit. Dikwella using his feet a little too early. He was stumped. Zadran tried the reverse sweep and was bowled behind his back. There was a bit of an advance down the pitch, aiming to go over extra cover. Maqsood lost his wicket to Samit Patel. And a couple lusty blows down the ground resulted in a few runs. The rains came for a bit. Then play resumed and the run scoring really started for the Giants, thanks mainly to the captain, Dasun Shanaka, who was caught in the boundary line going to the larger of the 2 square boundaries. A little flourish in the end. 55 runs off the last 5 overs. Exactly what was required by the Giants. And they finished on 159 for 7. Boundary and then a 6. That was the icing on the cake, so to speak, as the innings closed. So a few dark clouds and a challenging target for this Gladiators team. 160 they'll need from 20 overs. As the players make their way onto the field. Gold Gladiators, of course, finalists in last year's edition of the LPL. Both teams coming off wins in their last match. But it will take some doing. Mersoil, Roshan Abesinghe, what will be crucial for these two at the crease?
Just give them a bit of time to get settled, but because what we have seen after the rains, the ball is coming onto the bat nicely, giving more chances for the batsman to use the pace, play at will. Just be sensible. And what we have seen so far in this tournament, the average of boundaries is about 13 per match, along with 5 sixes, which tells me that they've been trying to hit the boundaries more frequently, not concentrating on those softer skills, single and doubles. If they are able to rotate strike with occasional boundary to start with, they find themselves in a good stead. But having said that, he's an aggressor. He's not going to hold back on Adilke. He likes to dictate terms from the word go. Nawan Pradeep, although he has picked up wickets, the economy is not there. He's been leaking runs.
Yeah, he's leaked runs, but he's also picked up wickets for his team. 7 wickets so far for Nawan Pradeep. Did mention Gunatilaka, he was a leading run scorer in last edition of LPL, 4 half centuries. What I'd like to see is him back that up with another solid season with the bat.
He's got a very wide slip, more like a third slip, and a catcher or short fine leg, saving one.
Yeah, you can expect good things from Gunathilke. You know, he realized during that first game when he was able to hit a couple of boundaries in the first over, and then tried another one, it got out. But in the previous innings, he occupied the crease. After hitting boundaries, he was willing to work hard. So, that's good news for Galle Gladiators, who are looking to chase down 160 runs.
This the other good thing for the Gladiators is the fact that with a little bit of cloud around, they will know what their target score is. Clipped away. He finds the gap, uses the pace nicely. That was a stylish swivel from Kusal Mendis.
Lots of people have advocated Kusal Mendis opening the batting in the white ball format. Sri Lanka, at the time he played, was using him as a middle order player, but now he's been given the license at the top, the freedom to play a few shots, and he needs to express himself. He hasn't really got anything big in the tournament so far, but I'm sure he's due for one.
He's talented, there is no doubt about that. You could tell with that stroke.
Up and over pitch this time. That's a really classy shot from Kusal Mendis.
Just keep an eye on that high elbow. Just keep an eye. Will give you more pleasure. Excellent execution. He's picking the length very early. And he's not stuttering on the cue. Once he decides where the ball is going to go, that's where the ball is going. A good start.
Told he's due for something big. I'm thinking whether this is the innings, because he started off well. We spoke about that high left elbow, and that was a perfect execution. He just got that elevation, went over long on. And Pradeep has gone for 11 of the first 3. So what will he do? Next 3 deliveries, where will he go?
Again, a very straight line from Pradeep. That's not the line he's used to get wickets in the tournament. Being punished at the moment for being too straight, too full, too short at times.
Yeah, have a look at this. It wasn't that short, but got into a very good position to whip that one over square leg. And he knew the bowler is going to compensate. He's going to look to balls full, and he was ready for it. High elbow, full face of the bat, resulting in a brilliant stroke. Excellent start.
The left-handed Gunathilke now. Great comeback. Well, Pradeep, he's been a little bit expensive. That's the lengths he's used to get his wickets. What I'd like to see is him focus a little bit more in that green band of a good length already. That's probably an adjustment he has to make. A little bit wider outside the off stump. Again straight, but missed time. And in the gap. Very lucky for Kusal Mendis. Brings us to the end of the first over, 15 from it.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Very eventful first over. Artificial lights taking effect here at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. Dettol Hygiene Partners for the LPL Edition 2.
Yeah, line was there to be picked up, but not quite middling the ball. He cried in anguish, please catch it, please.
But Nike, new bowler, so immediately spin being introduced after that new on Pradeep's over.
He's from the north, actually from the northwestern province. Vennapur, Tarindu Ratnayaka, ambidextrous. I mean, being ambidextrous is amazing. I mean, where you could bowl with both the right hand, right arm, as Amir Sohail would like to hear, and the left arm, and to have that control and to do, I mean, get you wickets and be effective. That's an amazing piece of bowling. Well, it's got to be dark here.
Yeah, it's coming down. You can see the huge droplets. Dark clouds and a pretty high wind, as evidenced by the flags. Up and over. And there was intent to get it over the 30-yard circle. Just a couple of runs.
It was deliberate, wasn't it? He didn't edge it. He knows where the gaps are. Well, looks like the umpires, they have decided it's time to go off the field. Good chase. Yeah, how about the ground staff in Sri Lanka? They just smell it, don't they? They know the precise moment the rain is going to come down. Always ready. Shall we call them fastidious?
This is turning out to be a bit of a nuisance. I mean, we can do without it. This is the second interruption in a very short time. I don't think it's the right thing, especially when teams get into that groove and when they start getting into that mood. But chasing 160, the Gladiators at the moment are 18 without loss in quick time. Kusal Mendis has been the man who's got most of the runs.
Well, this is where the match sits, 18 without loss. The Gladiators in pursuit of 160. Just less than 2 overs completed in the innings. The Giants, Pradeep, Ratnayake, 2 bowlers used. Match summary of this match 8. Both teams are searching for points. The Gold Gladiators at the top of the table at the moment. Nambulla Giants 3rd. So this is a crucial match. We've had a bit of a little rain interruption, so a bit of a delay here. Just confirmation of where teams are at in this, the 2nd edition of the Lanka Premier League. Jaffna Kings in 2nd, the Gladiators at the top, Nambulla Giants, all 3 with equal number of wins, but by virtue of net run rate, their position. Warriors still to get off the mark. So with the interruption, we're going to take a short break and hopefully the rain will abate and we'll...
This year, he's busting out its fancy skirt. You are too. So get up off that couch and go make a snow angel in the snow. Yeah, this year is different. This year, Grandma's off her rocker, and so are you. You won't miss a haul. Not a single haul. You're checking every box and then scratching them for good measure. Why? The holidays are everything. So play along with the Virginia Lottery.
Colombo Stars. Those are very, very good power plays. The one they lost, they were 38 for 3. This is a good one.
And what an advantage this is.
Oh, Prague!
Yeah, if you have such starts, then takes off the pressure from middle order.
One of our sponsors. And we do know is tournaments don't go ahead without sponsors. Red Bull. This will fall just short of mid-off. So a dot ball will end the power play. Mohammed Hafiz, his first over going for 10. That's 53 for 1 after 6 overs. And the bowling side will take their timeout. Gala not out 23, Monavera not out 8. It's 53 for 1. The power play is done. We're going to see a whole heap of spin now, you might feel. It's not the Giants' best power play, but I tell you what, it is the Gladiators' worst power play. They haven't given away this many runs inside a power play in the whole tournament.
Could have been worse if that catch was taken earlier on. But this man in the picture, he loves striking the ball hard and into the gaps. He was promising a lot before this happened. Soft dismissal. And now the contest starts. This passage of the play is going to challenge the batters out there in the middle.
Soft dismissal, wasn't it? He just guided it to backward point, shaking his head full salt maybe at the lack of pace in the surface. Villa and Munavera, they went about their business pretty well. Nur Ahmed, the Afghan left arm wrist spinner. It's a very good economy rate in T20 cricket. You just wonder how Mo Amir is going to get into this team. There's a misfield, 3 for 2.
One more bad game probably for a fast bowler. Yeah, it's hard decision, isn't it? Because Samit Patel is offering so much, bringing a lot on the table for the captain. Noor Ahmed, Mohammad Hafiz, Dunk. It's a hard decision, isn't it? All of them quality players. Most of them all-rounders.
Noor Ahmed's having a chat to the wicketkeeper and the captain. He feels that it didn't hit the bat at all. There's a decision to be made here. They don't have a whole heap of time. Yep, they're going to have a look. So the appeal for LBW is referred upstairs.
TV umpire director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. Start with the front foot, please. Fair delivery. Go to the spin position front on. Show me that one more time. Ball appears making contact with the bat. Let me confirm with the ultra edge, please. Pull it through. Pull it through. Freeze it there. There's a clear spike when the ball is next to the bat. I'm satisfied. Bat in ball. Keep it. Stay with your not out decision. Let you know when you're on screen.
Well, big bottom edge. The umpire's got it right again.
Not the bowler and the wicketkeeper. But you lost early in the piece. Steve, if you were the captain, would you go with the word of the bowler?
It's difficult because the captain's standing at a sort of was at a short fine leg, so he needs to trust someone. The wicketkeeper, he's unsighted. The ground short of long one. The wicketkeeper is unsighted, so you really need to trust someone. So you go to the bowler who has the clear vision of whether he's hit it or not. Yeah, it's a very tricky one. And also we mentioned about, actually chat about Mohammad Amir making the team, especially because Gladiators is playing a day game tomorrow as well. I don't see him coming in unless a day-night game comes in. Especially last year, Mohammad Amir was very, very successful with Gladiators and he swung the ball. End of the 7th over, Giants 60 for 1.
2020. Win together.
History in the making as the sun goes down on Tota, where we have the best of the best up against each other in the final. Early at the toss, Jaffna Stallion won the toss, elected to bat first. Gladiators, their captain, saying that he welcomed the opportunity to bowl and to chase. These are the two teams. Jaffna Stallions going in with an unchanged team from the one used in the semi-final. Gladiators, on the other hand, making one change from their semi-final team. Hazratullah Zazai in the side.
Both the openers making their way.
For the first time in the tournament, the openers of the Jaffna Stallions came good. Avishka Fernando and Johnson Charles. They'll want to repeat it. It's a good pitch.
Here we go. First delivery. On the money, on the button. Mohammad Amir. Nice firm strike down the ground. It was a push from the muscular Johnson Charles. He's in very good form. Push through the offside. Just opened the blade. Didn't try to overhit it. And it will go for 4. He'll be pleased with this shot. Another calculated stroke straight down the ground. He's using the vertical bat. Goes full, gets clipped. And 4 more to end the over. Clipped away immediately on the charge. As we've often seen with Avishka Fernando using his feet. Lofted.
Mixing up my presidents there.
We will be going to the Rajapaksa in Hambantota, and we'll probably have a few Red Bulls along the way, our energy partner.
Yep, gives you wings for a lot more than 30 seconds or even 5 minutes or for a long time.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go place.
Because he was the top scorer by 187 runs in the first edition of this tournament. Roshan Dikwela on that list as well, 360. All the top 5 run scorers in the Lanka Premier League, Sri Lankan players. Established Sri Lankan internationals. The rest have got a long way to go to catch up with Danushka Gunatilaka, who looks in fine form as well on his return after his ban. See him in the next innings.
Dhananjay Lakshan. 1 over for Suminda Lakshan. We get another Lakshan in.
That's with the regulation delivery in terms of pace. He was a bit expensive earlier in the tournament, but first over just went for 7. Missed out on the first 2 games, actually done
Welcome to my beautiful country, Antigua and Barbuda, and the wonderful Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium for the CG Insurance ODI, West Indies versus Sri Lanka.
This boundary. Runs again for Gunatilaka, 6 without loss. Down the ground. That's a really good shot. High risk though, but he does well in terms of making contact and getting a good result. Nice pickup shot there from Gunatilaka. The motor is on yet again at the start of this innings, already 25 from 21.
Bounce in the surface and pace in the surface, and that has flown all the way for 6. Should be gone this time. That's a big one. Joseph strikes.
Good wicket for the West Indies. Zara Joseph breaking the partnership. And Fabian Allen making no mistake. First wicket down.
Cleaned him up, Jason Mohammed. His economy has been excellent, and now he strikes.
Jason Mohammed is carrying this team with the ball. His 6th wicket in this series so far. Edged and gone. Dropped him. Jason Holder. Straight to him. Nicely played by Chandimal. Just helped it on its way. Will challenge the boundary, and it gets there eventually. So a nice boundary here, for Chandimal and Sri Lanka.
A shot that tells you a little bit about Nissanka's ability.
Beautiful timing, straight down the ground.
That shot was perhaps created by the one before, where he used his feet, forcing Hussain to drag his length back. Akeal Hussain strikes back. After 2 boundaries, the southpaw's got his man.
The perfect answer from Akeal Hussain.
That's the end of that. A 2nd wicket for Akeal Hussain. Bowled beautifully in Bangladesh, and he'll be enjoying this.
For sure. Celebration in style. Akeal Hussain had a very good tour of Bangladesh, and he's continued that good work here.
This time he stands on his back foot and gets the elevation. 1 bounce into the boundary rope.
Just about 50% of the runs being scored in boundaries. What will be?
What do you think, Bandang? Nothing from there. And it seems like it's going to be time out for the bowling side. Yes. And it's 111 for 5.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
111 for 5, 16 overs. Still that rate is under 7. Dambulla hasn't been good with their batting. That was a good catch at point. That was one of the men who was a success story. And then Dilshan Munawir once again holding out in the deep against the spinner. Wicket number 3. This was unnecessary. He was run out, not stumped. And bowled. Not covering the line, and this is wicket number 5. Right, we're back now. Noor Ahmed will continue. Interestingly for the Gladiators, we'll come to that. Not a boundary now for the last 20 balls. 11 fours and 1 6 only in this innings.
Far and few, the boundaries. But this partnership of 33 from 30 deliveries has stabilized things. For Dambulla Giants, the innings were tottering. This partnership is brightening their chances to put a decent total on the board, provided Shanaka remains there till the last over for his side.
Noor Ahmed has been brilliant. He's been mixing it up. There's been a lot of confusion. Oh, that's good work by the slip. He was moving. Just take a look at what he does. His wrist position and how he confuses the batsman. We're talking about a stock delivery and the wrong one.
Yeah, he's got everything in his repertoire. The googlies, the wrong ones, the off spinners, straighter ones. Was looking to fetch the ball from outside the off stump. Didn't read it.
Very hard to pick Noor Ahmed. Is a very good customer when it comes to bowling quick. Look at his arm speed. Very impressive for a young spinner. Just giving it a real rip and bowling into the big. Spoke so much about it, about being very, very, very proactive when it comes to situation of the game, and Noor Ahmed has been mentioned. Let's have another look. Both, there's not much difference. In stock delivery, his back foot has come from a long way, and googly, you take a look at the wrist position a little better.
Yeah, on the right of your screen, his palm is behind him. And a very good spell once again from Noor Ahmed. Economical and yet threatening. 117 for 5.
There's good bowling by the Gladiators. Keeping the batsman check of the Giants. Dasun Shanaka well set. For any competitive score to be put up, Dasun Shanaka will hold the key. Ramesh Mendis could strike a ball as well. Just feel Dasun Shanaka will be the key man. The inexperience of the pace attack of Gladiators. I think in case if Dasun Shanaka can put some pressure on those bowlers, I think big overs could be expected with Chami Karuna to come as well.
Uh, 19 runs from Madhushankar, economy, and Sumin the 12, but the rest very impressive. Absolutely impressive. Now look, would you believe what's happening? We got blue skies, we hardly see any dark cloud, and all we have here is the rain. Where has that come from? Because it's quite bright. And the covers have been brought in the nick of time, which is very good. Which is very, very good. The ground staff was quick to react. And oh, there you are. That's the one that's worrying, and that's the one that has caused all the trouble. But the ground staff has been smart as usual, and they've made sure that they've got the covers in, and they have got the main part of the ground under control.
Seems like a passing shower, this. And we just said, Roshan, would you believe it? You're a local here. If you can't believe it, how could we?
I honestly can't. I couldn't, because I was looking ahead of me and above. It was blue skies and hardly a dark cloud, but it was just hidden behind us. Right, so 117 for 5. We got 3 overs left. No boundary for the last 25 balls. Last 30 balls has resulted in only 36. So it's not been promising for the Giants so far. That's a look at the batting card. Few starts. Dikwella 30 and Salt 20. Munavira and now Shanaka and Ramesh Mendis trying to get a partnership together.
Yeah, so far get 38 runs from 35 deliveries, these two unbeaten batsmen. These are the highlights so far. Winning the toss, deciding to bat, and a promising start. Plenty of boundaries to start with.
Phil Salt was in superb form. Lazmar Shankar was going around the stadium. A few good strokes from Niroshan Dikkal as well, was looking really good. Munavira finding that gap at square leg, and that rare short delivery from Mohammad Hafiz, getting the treatment, and then Dhananjay Lakshan at deep square leg holding on to it. Very good catch of Hafiz, and then Niroshan Dikkal unnecessary at that moment, and then again overseas going such as that. Don't think that's what the Giants wanted.
They're never easy in the middle overs when you lose 2 quick wickets. Batters need time to settle down, but after losing those wickets, the Mula Giants lost 5. But this partnership between Shanaka and Mendes brought some sensibility and respectability to the total.
Right, let's take a look at the bowling. The economies are brilliant. Maybe Madhu Shankar and Suminder, the exceptions, but the rest outstanding. They've all had it under control, and that's the reason why the Giants are in a spot of bother on 117 for 5 with just 3 overs to go. Noor Ahmed has been the pick with 8 dots, 2 for 24.
Yeah, he's been consistent, Noor Ahmed. Yeah, since it's raining, and we'll be back once the weather starts to advocate better.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Lipan. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lip 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, shall I exchange with the spare lip? Lip one. 1, 2. No, this is lip one. Oh, 1 second. Please check now. Lip one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is lip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear, no? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, I'll mark. Okay. 1 second. Cable length. Check it now. We change the cable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Okay, sounding good. Check. Please check it now again. I drop it here. Check it now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
The Giants.
Last ball of the over. And they run the first run hard. I think they'll only get 13 off the over. That's a good one for the Giants. It's 130 for 6.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go play.
Well, that's an unwelcome visitor if he decides to turn up. I don't think we want that. We want cricket, we want dry weather, and we want some action. At the moment, it is going to be Nuwan Tushara. And we got Charmika Karunaratne. Well, we've been speaking about finishers as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. 2 of them at the wicket at the moment for the Giants. Gets an inside edge. That will run away to the boundary. It's not about how they make it, but how it is just what they want. And that's a boundary.
Yeah, plenty of boundaries they require to get a decent total on the board. Gave everything. Tried to throw kitchen sink on that full toss, only managing an edge. Yeah, runs are welcomed. Doesn't matter how they come.
field for one Tushara. There's 3 fielders patrolling the boundary in the offside, and only 2 in the leg side. It's going to be fairly outside the off-stump Yorkers because the shorter boundary towards the leg side, especially at mid-wicket and mid-on. So intelligent captaincy, intelligent bowling requested as well. Sumit Lakshan again good fielding, but this time not be able to prevent the second run. And with this action, Roshan, with Nuzwan Tushar coming slingy action, won't be easy to get those outside the off-stumper Yorker going. This was Dasun Chanaka's wicket.
Yeah, that was very well judged catch. Always a relief to trump Shanaka back to the White House. Oh, the dugout. Very well held. Artificial lights have taken effect.
Goes again. Down the ground, only a single. They wanted a second. They ran at 2 previously, but this time happy with 1.
One Tushar trying to get those off some Yorkers. In case if it doesn't get the right length, there's high chance of going over mid-on. Could be long on or mid-wicket.
Well, we are talking about some sponsors, and this is a big name. Sri Lanka's #1, exported to over 65 countries and sought after, and particularly the Manchi Kome. It is something that almost everybody enjoy.